Wait till people come in. Let me tweet. Hope everybody's doing well. Hi, Ashley. 1 second. I'm going to tweet real quick. Let's see. Let's see. So how's everybody doing? Shannon C, Jerry. Hi, Julie Topaz. Happy wonderful Wednesday. Leonie, Ray. Good morning. Pamela. Susie, I got your happy mail. I'm going to show today. Thank you so much. And I sent you some back. So let's see who else is here. Alexandra, Chris. How you doing? Good morning. I did get it. Hi, Megan. I got to start talking now, so I got to get my voice going. Let me get a sip of coffee. It's been nice and cool here, just south of the ATL. So I have my windows open, which means that I got to get my voice going in the morning. Yeah. So, hi, Darla. Let me put my hand here so y'all know somebody's. Oh, I did my nails 2 colors. So how's everybody doing? I got a couple new. This one we need to read out of because I forgot to read out of it last week. So we're going to read maybe 2 weeks, 2 pages out of this. And then I got these 2 are new that I got. I think they just came out. They're both 2020 books. So I thought we would play with this one. I also have some art scroll paper out to do maybe some animal sketching or whatever we decide to do. And of course, these are just pencils and Conti crayons and stuff to sketch with. Okay, Ray. Okay. Hi, Carla. Good morning. Melia. Who else am I missing? I'm sure I'm missing people coming in. Tina. Hi, Tina. Hi from Sweden. I want to go hi from Sweden. like I know what that accent should be. Hi from Sweden. It's like you hear somebody say it like that on TV. And so you just like do it too, So anyway, let me answer Hubster here. Hi, Linda. Okay. Oh, well, then we better not put you up there. Maybe you shouldn't be. Lurk away. Let's see. Who else? Camilla. Kelly W. Who else? So Julie goes, waving to all you joining the room. Thanks, everybody, for being here. So again, if you have an idea of an animal or something you want me to sketch, or we'll see how it goes because I want to go through these 2 books here. And of course, I have a sketchbook behind me, and I also have my I used to call it my art scroll. Well, I still call it my art scroll paper because it's a roll of shipping paper you can get for $3 for 100 feet. I mean, it's like ridiculously cheap, but it's fun to sketch on this paper. So I've cut some down and flattened it out so that it's easy to work with. But, because I used to roll out the whole roll. And y'all seen, I won't pull it out right now, but y'all seen some of my, well, let me pull out just that one animal here. Let me get that one dog. If I can find it real quick. I don't know if I can. Let's see. What's this one? Try to find. I'm not sure. Here, that's just paper or collage stuff. So y'all remember one day we did, I'm going to unroll it because this was from the scroll. Remember when we did our vulture and we didn't know how do you take care of murder bees? Well, you stick a vulture on it. I'm real zoomed in right now. So let's see. Oh, and here's the dog. We did this one. We did this. So you see how big they are when you work on the scroll. Hi, G. Okay. Hi, Mama 4. Little sister Cheryl. So when I work on when I roll out the paper, I can work really big. I folded some in half, so it's a little bit smaller, but we can still do the same type of thing. Here's where we did, what do you call it? Anyway. So these are just some of the things that we've worked on in the past, maybe 6 months or so. Here's the bee. Unroll. See, this is why I like to flatten it out and make them a little bit smaller, so I can. They're not. What do you call it? Scrolled up. Hi, Kimberly. So those are some of the things we've done on the art scroll. Roll this back up, and but I got a couple of new books, so we'll see what we're gonna do. We wing it a lot here. But I have my iPad ready for some references. I have some Happy Mail to show you from Susie. And then also on Monday when we did these Dreamsicle pages, well, I'm starting to continue to add to them. So I added some stenciling. So you can see I added some stenciling to them. And then these are the two that we did on Monday. And so these are the ones that I haven't done anything with yet. So just playing with a little bit more of that and making some more base pages to do some more work on. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah. We do. We always have fun here. It's fun. Let's see. And I have been still working in all these TNs. These traveler's notebooks, let me get them straightened out. So I've been working in these 5 books. So I'm keeping them handy, not for today, but so that I'm constantly doing something in them. Let's see. A rabbit, Wendy. I think I did a rabbit just not too long ago. I did that rabbit with the comb over. That was in that scroll I just showed you. We'll see. We'll see. And again, it's going to depend. I'm going to go through these books. I'm going to read some of this, and we'll just see what kind of prompts. Look at this guy. I'm going to give you a little. Preview. Right? Wait for it. Okay. So we got some little information here about what to do. But then look. Watch. Wait for it. Wait for it. Look. The prompts are all individual in the book. You know how I always tell y'all to make a list? Well, she made a list and put it in a book. So, yeah. So you can do it in a book form like this. We've done it. Let me see if I can find the cards. Here we go. Let me get these down here. I've had these Basil cardstock chips forever. So if you have any paint chips or these are cardstock chips, you can always pick colors randomly. So I have all these. I have them hanging up on a lanyard on my wall. And then also we've had different things where we've done a whole pack of techniques. Maybe I'll read these too, just to give y'all some more. Y'all get out your Society of Idea Collector. Hi, She Spins. Get out your draw a llama or an alpaca. I could do that. I've drawn them before, and I'd have them in my sketchbook. I'll show them to you in case you didn't see them, Juanita. But anyway, So, and you know, and you can make your own. She's probably going to have a lot of different ones, so include some of those, but you can make your own. You can make your own techniques, your own color tags, or just write them down in a list. Most all my stuff is in list form. Here's different colors written out. This is just some, I don't know, something that I got at Chick-fil-A or something, but it made a good it made a good hook for all these. So we can go through those. But you know, make your own list. Oh, thank you, Flo. Flo, you're always so encouraging. Let's see. So we're going to do that. Hi, Riri. I know I'm missing people. Let's see. I said hi to Mama Four. Hi, Tony. Anybody else that I've missed coming in? So, but anyway, I got these 2 new books, so I thought we would go through those. And, oh, let me show Juanita in case she hasn't seen. This is my big sketchbook. This is my Big Mama Jamba sketchbook. It's the big 600-page ginormous one. But let me find my, well, let me, I got to move some stuff over here. Uh-oh, I'm losing my Susie stamp stuff. I'm going to show that here in a minute. Don't want that to go flying. Okay. Let me find my... Well, let me just talk. So anyway, this is just where I do little doodles and sketches. Like here's some mice. And let's see. And I kind of skip a couple pages. This is a little cat sketch. I don't know. Here's some bunnies. Let me back out one. I think I'm just one too close. There we go. And now I got to brighten it back up because it's white paper. And then let's see. Here's some piglets. And I just play in this book whenever, doodle in it. Some tigers, and some roosters. I taped in that piece that we did out of the Special Effects 4 book. I just put it in there. There's some more roosters. I know there's some alpacas and llamas in here. There's my praying mantis that I did when I was talking to Jason. Well, where is it? Let me see. I must have missed it. I think it's toward the very front. I thought it was. Oh, where's that baby? Ah, there it is. There it is, Juanita. You like the peppermint? Yeah. So there's some alpaca, and I put Fernanda llamas. So they're llamas and alpacas, and I don't know which is which in here. I just got a bunch of references and started sketching them. So yeah. So we can draw some animals. I don't know yet. I haven't really looked at those books yet. I just got them yesterday, and I haven't really dug into them yet. So we'll see. And of course, I am going to be doing in October, and I've already done like a cover page, my Insectober. I'm going to do insects for Inktober. And Lady True North Jan said, well, call it Insectober. So that's what I'm going to call it. Insectober. Oh, my goodness. So, all right, let's see. I got to straighten up my camera here. And I think we'll zoom back in again. One. There we go. So anyway, that's what I thought we would do today. We'd maybe do some sketching and kind of looking in these new books. Thanks, Flo. Yeah, I like that book. And I also got the first one and the fourth one for my mom. So, and she broke down and got her 150 Prismacolors. She's been using Prismacolors in her coloring. But I said, Mom, get you the 150 set. So she did. She broke down and bought it and a case, one of the Bitsky cases, or BTSKY, however you want to say it. She bought a case, and so but she's just been kind of busy lately, so she's been working on there's charts in the back of the well, let me show you the book. There's different charts in the back. And I said, well, don't use the one in the book because it's kind of slick. I said, make a copy on copy paper so it has a little bit of a tooth to it. So she printed out some of these charts. Is it in this one or in the first one? I think it might be in the first one. The charts to swatch your colors. I think this, yeah, here we go. So she printed out some charts to swatch all her 150 on. And she says she's really been getting a lot out of just the swatching, the pencil pressure, going from the lightest light touch that you can have to the darkest, heaviest that you can put the color down and kind of, fading it out. She says she's really learned a lot from doing it. So I got her both. I got her the first one and the fourth one. And so she's been enjoying that with her new 150. Let's see what else. And let's see. Let me see what else can I talk about for a couple more minutes. Let's see. Oh, what is that? She's been Wisptober. What is that? Hi, Janet. What's Wisptober? And then let me see if I can find it. She had my daughter in LA. She did a little video of my grandson. I think did he just turn 12? I always forget if he's 11 or 12. But 11 or 12. And I forget Cam and Boo how old they are too, because they don't seem like they're almost. Boo will be 18. Cam will be 21. I can't believe it. It's like y'all have known them for 10 years. And it's like, don't you still think of them as little kids? So anyway, let me go over to Facebook. I wanted to kind of show off my grandson here. Let me see if I can find it. Let me go over here. I'm already registered to vote. Quit telling me to register to vote every place you go. Oh, let's see. Okay. Oh my gosh, I got to go back. Okay, so is there two of them here? Oh, well, I thought she posted. Well, anyway, here he is on his regular guitar. It's only a second, or it's only a couple of seconds. And then, oh wait, her company is going to do Wisptober, come up with their own list of stuff. Oh, okay, so they can do whatever they want. I never follow the prompts that they give you. All right, let's see if I can get this here. So let me start over. Okay, so let's see. Well, wait a minute. I think I better show it to you on Instagram because she has a whole bunch of comments and stuff. Let me see. Let me go over here. Hang on. I'm going to find it. Okay. And he's got a little grin on his face. And he also plays it on the electric guitar too. So he plays it on a regular, on a plain guitar. I don't know what you call it. It's a plain guitar. And then he plays it on the what do you call it? Guitar, electric guitar. So he plays it both ways. It's kind of fun. I just share that with you. Okay, let's see. What else can I look around here? Y'all saw my pumpkin. I haven't posted the pumpkin on IG yet. I was going to wait till October 1st to post the pumpkin, but y'all saw me make it. Looking around, what else? Oh, I did pull out, y'all know, because I'm acoustic. Thank you, guys. Acoustic. I can think of a plain guitar. Thanks, guys. Acoustic. I got 5 people telling me acoustic. Thanks, guys. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Christine. Joey. Anybody else? So I thought that was kind of cool that he played the guitar and posted it. All right, let's see. What was I going to say? Oh, before I go through the books and everything and get started, I forgot that I had this little paper pads. Should I show them? Do y'all want to see or not? I'm going to start by reading. We're behind on reading out of there. So let me just move my pencils and stuff. I have my Susie mail here. So I went through my paper. Y'all know I used a scrapbook. Okay. Thanks, Christine. Thank you. I thought it was awesome. And again, he also played it on electric guitar, but she sent that to me in message. That one I just showed you, she posted publicly. So I'm not going to show what she posted in message, but that one's public. So hi, Susie's Cottage. Okay, yes. Christine goes, paper? Yes, please. All right. So I have actually done a video, I don't know if it's still up, where I sat on the floor and went through all my scrapbook paper and sorted out and gave away a bunch. Well, on one little shelf, I don't say I forgot, but it was like not in the front of my mind, you know. But when I started doing, some of these the other day, I said, well, I need to pull out some little scraps of paper that I can tear up. Because y'all know, in these, I'm using mostly magazines. Oh, let me get a sip of juice. Sorry, guys. In my little TNs, I'm using mostly just magazine bits, right? And then paint them in. But I said, well, if I'm going to do some bigger ones like this, then I'm going to, I need some small papers that I can tear up. Rather than tearing up a big 12 by 12 sheet of paper for just a few little bits, I said, then I want to, and then it dawned on me, oh, you have small paper. So, So I said, well, yeah, I've got small papers. These are all my 6 by 6, although this one, I don't know if you consider this is just a pad of paper that I got at some kind of like rice paper type thing that I got years ago. So, but it's the same size, so I put it in here. But yeah, I have some 6 by 6 papers. So I pulled these out and set them next to me. Everybody's laughing. So I pulled these out. I'll just kind of just do this real quick so you can kind of just see that. Oh, that's going to leave a shadow. Let's move this over so there's not a shadow. And so you can kind of see the different ones. But these are all like 6 by 6. This one has like 2. That's like a kid's slab because I bought this because it's real bright colors. So, yeah, so this one I've been using. This is the old Christy Tomlinson stack. So I don't know how many of these y'all recognize from back in the day, but this was Amy Tangerine. That was one of my favorites because it's nice and bright. Bo Bunny. So Kaiser Craft. And 7 gypsies. And then here, these were some of my favorites. Basic Gray was one of my favorite papers. It's going to stack up close to the camera. Basic Gray. A couple of those. Another Basic Gray. A CD mini book, but that's not what all this is. This is just a stack of random paper. Okay, I got to make another stack. Then let's see some different fall papers. The Doodle Do. These were fun. Here's a full one. This is fun because of the bright colors and doodles in it. So I like that one a lot. Here's an old sassafras. This is another Amy Tangerine, which I've used a lot out of this one because I really liked it. Lemon Lush, Studio Calico. This one is Paper House, and it's just kind of watercolor looking kind. So there's that one. So my point is I have plenty of little stacks of paper that I can use in making these dreamsicle pages. Here's a paint shop. Look, you can tell I really like that one. Look at all the cut up bits in that one. Let's see. This one is crepe paper. Maggie Holmes. There's another Dear Lizzie. Here's a, some of these are really old. Here's a Prima. So anyway, so I can use any of these to cut up in my dreamsicle papers. So let's move that off. And I'll show you my Happy Mail. But y'all have to remember, I used to scrapbook excessively. Let me brighten this back up. And I probably have 25 3-ring binders, the 12 by 12, the big ones, that thick. I probably have 25 of those. So it wasn't like I wasn't using my stuff. I used it all the time. But anyway, so I might use some of that in these. And then I did start just, laying out a few more to play with. So I've got a nice little stack, and these go in I have a binder for these kind of things. So, oh, and if you missed it, I started stenciling on top of them too. So this stencil right here is, this one, let's see. I don't know who makes this one. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's Jones. This is one of Jones' stencils. From Patty Tolly Parrish and Stone and Joan do their stencils on iStencil. Is it iStencil? Anyway, it's Patty Tolly Parrish's stencil line, and this one was designed by Joan. So I did use that on these 2 pages. So look how pretty that looks. I loved. Oh, do we have a troll? Did you get? Oh, I'm sure you got rid of them. Thank you, Julie. Yeah. Julie, my mods are like this. You can say 1 or 2 things and then they're going to knock you out. So trolls, you don't have a chance with these mods, and you'll get blocked permanently. So anyway, depending on the offense. So this is this stencil right here is Jones. But look, so now you see that there's white behind it because I stenciled with white, but I can go back in here and put a watercolor wash over it, and it'll knock this back to like pink, but you'll still see the stencil. Let's see, maybe I could do something real quick just to show you that. What would be the easiest? Probably be the easiest if I just took one of these sticks, put it on a, I never have a piece of my plastic packaging handy when I need it, and I just took out my trash, so I don't have that. Let's see, let's find something to scribble on. Here, let me just go in my watercolor set. So, just so you can kind of see. So any kind of water-soluble sticks, your Neo colors, anything like that, you can just scribble them down on a piece of porcelain or palette, or even on a piece of plastic that you got from packaging. So now I'm going to just wet that. Okay, I'm going to come over here and I'll go right over the top, and you can see now that it turns it from white to a light pink. So it just knocks back from being really white, and I could put a little more on there, but I just wanted to show you all the technique. So you can do that. All right, let's clean my little water brush. Clean your water brushes with the Kleenex is the best way, I think. All right, so there's that ketchup. And now let's see. I want to show you what Susie Shapiro sent me. And she sent me a nice little letter. And all these, she said in her letter, I won't read the letter, but she said in her letter, let me move the, she said in her letter, and she sent this little card too. It says, thanks, Dee. So she made this little postcard. Look at that. And this will go in the Fibs book. So I'll have to make a Susie page in my Fibs book. But she hand carved stamps. So I'm assuming, maybe I shouldn't, but I'm assuming that all these she hand carved herself. And then she threw in some little collage papers, which I can use in my dreamsicle pages. So, so yeah, I'll hold these up. Let me see. I probably should put it on a piece of, let's do it this way, piece of paper so I can hold them up. But I think she hand carved. Susie, are you still here? Did you hand carve all of these? She's been carving stamps. So I'm just going to put them up here and show you. And then she said some of the ones that she colored are water soluble. So be careful if you try to glue them down, not to get that wet because it's water soluble. But I think she hand carved all these. Yep, there she goes. Yep, all mine. So she hand carved all of these. This is a lot of carving. I know, right? This is a lot of stamp carving. Now, Susie, did you use erasers, or did you use the speedball pink carving material, or what did you use to carve these out of? What did you use to carve these out of? They're so awesome. And the little bug, look, it's, I mean, even with different colors, they look like different bugs. You got a bit obsessive last month. Who did it, right? Here's a little, let's see, is that go? Yeah, it's a little like snail thing with the some sea anemones on it. Some little faces. It's another couple of little faces. Aren't these so cute though? Look at all the personality in each one. I know, right? Great carving. And then here's a praying mantis, or well, maybe not, but it's some kind of one of those kind of, oh yeah, I think it's a praying mantis. And here's some more little faces. Look at this. Look at this one. So what material did you carve these out of? They're so awesome. They are so awesome. Look at this. Okay, so she said the larger ones are either a larger eraser or some layered color blocks I got on Amazon. Okay. Okay. Let's see. See, I'm trying to find all the information on what she did with it. There's a fly. Let's see, there's a little, I don't know, it's a little penguin, I think, and then another little bird. They're just little characters. It doesn't, whatever, doesn't have to be like entomology correct bugs and stuff. Let's see. So here's some more little bits of things. There's a little frog right there. Look at that frog. These are awesome, Susie. You did good. And an X-Acto knife. Do you have the carving tools? Do you have the speedball carving tools? Do you know what I'm talking about? We've carved a few here. I don't do it very often. But I use those speedball carving tools. You tried to and gave up. Well, hey, whatever works. Look how good these are. It doesn't matter if you carve them with your fingernail. I know, right, Aunt Pat? Right? So these were awesome. Did Pacola come in? I see someone saying hi to Helen, so I'm guessing Pacola popped in. She says I have the carving tools, but I like the knife better. Okay. And then Angie says good morning. Yeah, Carla's saying good morning. Hi, Pacola. Oh, there she is. There's Pacola up there. All right. So let's stack this up with my letter. I'll put these. I don't know if I really want to paint, water them because I don't want them to move. So if I glue them down, I'll have to do it like with a glue stick. So I don't on the back. So I don't move the liquids. But I love those. And again, it's going to go in my with my fibs book, Friends in the Box. So I might use some of them on your page, Susie. Your fibs book, in the fibs book, your page, I will glue some of those stamps down on your page. I know, right? Awesome. And then separately, she also sent me a Watch Time magazine. So I got a new Watch Time magazine for, look, see, for using in my journals and collages. So I love Watch Time, and the other one is Watch Revolution. Those are the two. Those are the two that are really have a lot of good pictures in them of watches. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Susie. Okay, let's see. Where are we going to go from here? Let me take a sip of juice. You did about 61 inch before I did these. You're up to 150 now. Yeah, so no wonder they're so good. You got a lot of practice. I know. People say, "Well, oh, you're so talented." Well, that in 150, right, Susie? Oh. Okay, so hi Noni, Mona, Sing. Who else am I here? You probably won't find them at a doctor's office. I've never seen a watch. Well, I don't go to the doctor's office that often, but I've never seen a watch magazine just laying around. But thanks for thinking of me, Janet. Girl. All right. So I said earlier that I got 2 new books yesterday. I got these 2 books, but I forgot to read out of this one last week. This is the middle of the next week. So I'm going to start by reading out of 1001 Ways to Be Creative. And then we're going to look at these. These are both from 2020. They're new books. So I got to get my voice going here. And then we can either work in a sketchbook, or we can do some art scroll animal drawings. I'm prepared for both things, and so we can either do some of this stuff in a sketchbook and or some animal drawings. So we probably do a little of both. Oh my gosh. How about the bookstore, Janet? That's where I get them, the bookstore. Okay. And Jen and I, we don't have anybody for tomorrow's show. So if I don't find anybody, or Janet doesn't find anybody for tomorrow's Thursday 10 a.m. Eastern guest show, then we probably won't have one. So again, our Thursday guest shows are impromptus. So when we find a guest, we'll have someone on. If we don't find one, then we don't do it Thursday. But just FYI. So we'll keep looking, but at least check your notifications, make sure you have the little bell rung. And so check at 10 tomorrow just to see if we have anybody. Oh, brother, Janet. Oh, my gosh. Okay, 1001 Ways to Be Creative. Barbara Ann Kipfern. We read it like a page a week or so out of this. And I got it at Tuesday morning. My Tuesday morning has since closed down, but I got it for $3.99 at Tuesday morning. It's regularly $19.99. So if you like the book and you want to buy it on Amazon, feel free. It's worth it to me because I think it has so many. It's got 1001. So if you haven't already, make sure you get out your what do you call it? Society of Idea Collectors. Hang on, I got to get another sip of juice here. I slept with the windows open, so I got to get my voice going. So we left off over here. We're at 235. And so I'm going to read a couple pages because we didn't do anything last week. And I'm not going to name off the numbers. I'm just going to read them. So, if you get any, and the other thing too, is when I'm reading these off and I'm reading something and you get another idea off of the idea, make sure you write down your version of what you got out of the prompt. Thank you, Pacola. There you go. So it is on Amazon. Just look for 1001 Ways to Be Creative. And the link in the chat is a direct link. Okay. Invent your own hieroglyphics. Create art with the one you love. Dress up and make a fancy dinner at home. And again, if you don't want to do that, you don't cook, you could, you could have a guest party, or you could draw it or write a story. Somebody had to write Agatha Christie wrote, where they got the idea for Clue, but a fancy dinner party. You could write a story, paint a picture, start a patchwork quilt during the year of your child's birth. Give the finished product as a high school graduation gift. Rely on intuition rather than intellect. Respect the irrational. If going to a museum inspires you to paint, act on the feeling before it subsides. When you cannot sleep, create unique characters in your mind. And that does something like that, not necessarily characters, but thinking of a painting or a story. If you can't sleep, just try this. Just try this. And then we're going to read another page. In your mind, like I can do it with collage. I do it with collage. So I'll sit and when I'm laying down, I can go step by step through the whole collage process. And imagine if you had, like in your imagination, if you had any collage fodder you ever want. I've got my eyes closed right now. I'm telling you, if you had any collage fodder at your disposal, anything, any image, it's kind of like if you had the Digi, products at your disposal, and go through and like pick out the paper, get out your glue, go through your folders in your mind, just go through your folders, pick out the images, put down your matte medium, get your base down, maybe start painting in a little bit of the background. And if while you're doing that mentally, it's going to put you to sleep. You will put yourself to sleep. Oh, okay, and you will put yourself to sleep if you work on your project in your head. Oh, thanks, Christine. If you go through the whole process in your head, and that goes with your drawing, your painting, whatever it is, if you envision the steps, don't just say, oh, I have to go through a folder. I have to get my collage fodder organized. Don't just say that. Actually picture it. Because the more you picture things in the imagination, you will be like exercising your imagination. But if you go through step by step by step of everything that you want to do, whether it's a painting, a drawing, a sketch, a collage, whatever it is. Hi there, Oliver. Hi there, baby. Then you will, then you're using your imagination. Because I've told you all this before, like people say, I don't have an imagination. And I say something as simple as picture a red apple. Now picture a green apple. Now picture that apple cut up. That's your imagination. You're imagining, you're seeing the pictures. You are using your imagination. So everybody has an imagination. Okay, so let's keep reading. Can we keep reading, baby? Okay. Look back on your life's passion and see connections. Maybe everything you have been passionate about will start to make sense to you. And again, a lot of this is going to involve writing stuff down. Write things down, list make, bullet journal, mind map. That's why I say to keep a Society of Idea Collector notebook. And again, that can be anything from a traveler's notebook, a comp book, a 3-ring binder, whatever, just some place where you are writing down your ideas. Hello, Bed of Dust, Cindy V, Sherry Bug. Yeah, I'm sure I made some people coming in. Okay, take a class in life drawing. When you get immersed in a project and are suddenly able to put your entire self into it, something called flow, you have found your true voice. Do an ethnography. Oh, I can't say it when it's like sounds like two words. Like geography, ethnography. Oh, I can't say it together. It's not flowing. Anyway, do a self etho, etho, ethnography. Graphy. Y'all know what I mean. Documenting your own life and culture. Your culture. Do a self culture documentation. Hubster's writing his biography right now. So yeah, so he brought home 11 pages for me to read. He just writes it out. I mean, types it out. Meditation can turn off the noise and empty your mind. Make clever anniversary gifts based on traditional materials for each year, such as wood, paper, cotton, or flowers. Make a chef's hat. Okay, so we read 2 pages and I bookmarked it for the next week. So I just like to read a couple of pages a week just to kind of give you some inspiration. Now, I got these 2 books yesterday at Books A Million. And I've got, y'all know, anytime I get a new sketchbook, doodle book, and I've got tons of them, I've shown them to you. I'm not going to pull out the old ones today. I'm just going to stick with the new ones. But we could pull out a stack, but we're not going to pull out a stack. So, just look in for books. I have a playlist for, I think I have book chat and art books. I think I have 2 playlists to separate them. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, I do have at least one playlist on books. So I try my best to go every video after I render it, after it gets rendered. I try to go and add all the playlists that are appropriate for it. So I do have tons of playlists, and Picola made me do some extra ones. So I do have a few extra ones. Like I didn't have an abandoned book one, and Picola made me do one of those, and she actually did the work and found them all. So you can thank Picola for my abandoned book playlist. Hi, Green 67 Band. When you say good day, does that mean you're from Oz? Are you in Oz? Green 67 Band. You're getting your cat therapy, Cheryl. Right. Now he's going to go up there in my papers, in my brown, in my, he wants to get under there. You want to get under there? And anytime Hubster reads, newspapers, or he wants to get right up in those papers. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Picola. So there's Picola's putting links to the books already. So if you're in chat, they are direct links. Okay. And I know Picola's always after me to do an Amazon affiliate, but I don't have an Amazon affiliate right now. I don't have time to keep up with one. So, just go buy them wherever you can buy them. Oh my gosh. Look, guys, I'm going to move the camera. Ready? He's got a hold of the lamp. Whoa, baby. I didn't think you were going to do that. Okay, we won't knock over the lamp. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's get the camera straight now. There we go. All right, so there we go. Whoa, okay, he's going to go lay down on the other piece of paper a little farther away. All right, so we're going to start with the how to doodle year round. And again, I just want to kind of give you a little brief of them. Baby, you're going to, oh my gosh. Okay. But I'm thinking about trying a couple of the ideas out of this today just to see, and then in a sketchbook. And then I have the brown paper over here, the art scroll paper. So if we want to draw some animals or something. Let's see. Don't forget, if you're talking to me, to put it in caps. Make sure you have 1080p set in your settings so you have nice, clear HD. Hi, Mary. How you doing? How you doing, Mary? Let's see. Who else? Michelle, Odell. Michelle, I just sent you out some happy mail too. I just recognize the names of the people I just sent out happy mail. But everybody that super chatted or PayPal tip jarred me in the last month, that I sent out every month. I do it once a month, a big bulk mailing. Another sip of juice. And I haven't decided on the October print yet. What I'm thinking, I know people don't like bugs. A lot of people don't like bugs. So I might pick one of my other Inktober drawings to do as a giveaway for October. So I haven't decided yet. Okay. So how to doodle year round. Cute and super easy drawings for holidays, celebrations, and special events. Now, I'm going to be honest. I bought this because it's new, and I will probably end up giving it away in a couple of weeks or so after I've read it, after I've gone through it, took some notes down, and, I'll find somebody that would use it, But look how cute it is. It's like Kwai. It's so cute. It's super cute. Draw a circle, add ears, then sketch a face. Doodling is easy and fun, and for amateur artists looking to improve their doodling abilities, this is a must-have guide. Japanese illustrator Camus has been drawing and doodling her entire life. And in this book, she shares her secret for adding colorful and amusing illustrations to your notebooks, journals, cards, and more. Nothing adds a personal touch quite like an artful doodle. And it's put out by Tuttle Publishing. It's 2020. And so I think there was one more page. It's just thick. So it invites you in. It invites you in to do some doodlings. Yes, Sherry Bug, I'm doing bugs. I'm doing Inktober. I showed it a little while ago, and I showed it last week, I think. So Inktober is what I'm going to do for Inktober, and Lady True North Jan gave me the name. So I'm going to do Inktober for October's Inktober. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I'll just go over the main contents. How to draw with a pen. Sorry, guys. I got to get my voice going. How to draw with a pen. Doodles for spring. Doodles for summer. Doodles for fall. Doodles for winter. But again, then it breaks it down in much more detail. Okay. So let's doodle. And she says that, hi, everyone. I'm Camo. I'm not sure if it's Camo or Camo, the author and illustrator of this book. Thanks for joining me as together we discover the joys of doodling the whole year round, the seasons of holidays, celebrations, and there are other ones. I don't know if she's the author of some of the other doodle ones. Maybe if I can see. Let's see. Are these by her? There's How to Doodle Everywhere. Oh, and then there's other drawing ones, but so they're by different authors, I'm thinking. No, How to Doodle Everywhere is by Camo or Camus. I'm not sure how to say it again. I'm not sure she did these other ones. But anyway, lots of doodling. Hi, everyone coming in. Christine. Okay, so she gives a little rundown of her history, how to draw with a pen, the different types of pens, and she just has some little, lines and squiggles and basics, the basics there. How to use this book. Just as you are starting out, are you just starting out or already an experienced doodler? Choose the path that suits you best. You can go with the I can draw row or the I can't draw row. So anyway, but the detail in this book, wait till you see. What, baby, don't knock my lamp off again. No. He's scratching on my paper. No, you're going to knock my lamp over. No. I'm going to have to put you out of the room. Yes, I will. Okay, sorry, cat trail. Okay, first try drawing with the ballpoint pen. And y'all know I love drawing with the pen because one of the nice things about drawing, let me get some paper here. All right, baby, you're going to have to get down. You're going to have to get, no, you're going to have to get down. Keep wanting to knock my lamp over. All right, let's see here. Let me just grab a sketchbook. Okay. One of the nice things about drawing with a ballpoint pen, I got a green one. I want the black one because it shows up. But I was drawing insects, so I have the green ones out. But I have some. Where's my black one? I think it's over here. Here we go. Okay, and this is the crystal bold. So it's the, hang on, guys. I should know better than to sleep with the window open the night before I stream. Because my voice just goes. Okay. So anyway, I was using these for the insects. All right. So one of the nice things about, and I'm not drawing necessarily anything that she's telling you to draw. I just want to show you the ballpoint pen. So what's nice about a ballpoint pen, let me zoom in. Sorry, guys, I clicked the wrong button. I clicked the wrong button. Sorry. Okay, let me click the camera button. Oh my gosh. Now I'm back. I clicked the wrong button. Yeah. Sorry, I clicked the wrong. Okay. So anyway, all right. So one of the things about the ballpoint pen is you can actually draw very light. And I drew all my sorry. I drew all my Inktober's last year, Movie Monsters My Way. I sketched them all with the ballpoint pen and then went back in and added detail. Maybe I should just pull one. It's a better example. Hang on, let me dig one out here. Here's my zippy tie thing. All right, let me just pick one that's, okay, we'll go with Zira. Okay, so I sketched her out, and you can see how sketchy she is. And then I went back with a brush and ink with a brush and made, darker blacks, right, with the brush. But I sketched it out first with just a ballpoint pen. So let me just kind of get it to focus right there. So you see how sketchy and messy it is? So you can do the same thing with doodling. You can doodle sketchy like. It doesn't have to be like a perfect little cat or a perfect little clean. It doesn't have to be a clean little doodle. It can be messy. That's what I was going to do here, but instead I just showed you that. Okay, so it's fun to do that because then you can get light and darks and you can scribble shading, you can do cross hatching, and you can do it darker, you can do it lighter. There's just so much you can do with just a Bic pen or ballpoint pen. I just like the Bic crystals. And so, and you can just keep, it's just so much you can do with one. Yeah. Let's see, it's still in the bus, but we are now rolling on rinses. Okay, Tony. Let's see who else. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks, Dawn. Dawn, did you get your Happy Meal? I don't know if you hadn't mentioned. I haven't seen you stream in the last week. Have you streamed lately? So anyway, that's one of the nice things about a ballpoint pen is the flexibility of it. You wouldn't think that you could get, you'd think it was just your dark lines, but you can really get very light very light application with the pen. Now you do have to kind of note or watch that the ink can kind of ball up on there. So you want to kind of keep a Kleenex handy so you can kind of clean the tip off every now and then because it will kind of gunk up. So you got to kind of do that. Oh, okay. So gosh, that was over a week ago, more than a week ago. It was the day after I said I was going to send it. So I hope it makes it there. So anyway, there's just so many, you can do all kinds of, I'm just kind of doing a sidebar here on the inking or on the ballpoint pen. Okay, hang on. Hubster's messaging me. Gotta answer the hubs. He knows I'm streaming, but he oh, that's good news. Okay, we got some good news. Okay. We always say thank you, Lord. Good news. And also my uncle, I haven't mentioned anything, but I won't tell you what happened to him, but he had some health issues, not the virus, but because of that, the family members can't all go see him. And his daughter, one of his daughters is in Hawaii. So she had to fly in from Hawaii. And now when she goes back to Hawaii, she'll have to quarantine for 2 weeks. That's Hawaii's rule. But anyway, I'm just going to do some thin and thick lines. But anyway, he seems to be massively improving, and it's like a miracle. So, yeah, I never am sorry to say thank the Lord. So, let's see. Hi, Nichols. Let's see what else. Da, 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 da. Did I miss something coming on? I may have missed, I don't know, maybe somebody is saying somebody's stream is on or something. Anyway, so I missed it. So you can do, all kinds of thin and thicknesses with a ballpoint pen. But if you just have, just keep even one page in your sketchbook like this where you can practice different pens, different, techniques, different scribbles, different hashtagging. Hashtagging. Anyway, different ways to do your marks. Hi, Jane. Thanks, Tracy. Thank you. You're so sweet. But again, I just have the green one here. Maybe I should show the light and the dark because I was doing the insects with these, sketching with these. So you can do the same thing with the color ones and these big pens. And there's I'm just saying the big ones are the most inexpensive. This is the Crystal, the Cristal 1.6 size. And they always have a pack of, I don't know how many in a pack, 6 or 8 colors with a couple of black and a couple of blue. And then they have this dark green. They have a light green. And you can do the same thing. You can get very, very light, or you can get very, very dark, and, doodles, and you can shade, you can combine the colors, and there's just so much you can do with a ballpoint pen. And you get these at, anywhere, Walmart, Target, any office supply store. And they usually go on sale real cheap at the end of the school supply season. And you can also just color with them. You can draw with them. So they're really fun. Cross hatching. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, cross hatching, not hashtagging. Thank you. Oh my gosh. So let's see. Hi, Nichols. I'm probably missing people. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, they are on sale right now, Aunt Beck. I think you can get a pack of them My Walmart had a pack of them on sale. They were 50 cents for a pack. And I think they're only normally $1.99. They're not expensive at all. So I think they're a couple of dollars normally, but they're, they had some on clearance for 50 cents. So I know I love school supplies. Hi, Art Pearls. Janice here. She was Tracy. Good to see you. All right, so let's go back to the book. Let me ask you this: who here doodles? How many of you are doodlers? And I don't necessarily mean that you have a book just designated to doodle in, like a sketchbook just for doodles. Some of you may, but how many of you doodle like just on a scrap piece of paper, just sitting around and doodle? How many? Okay, Artsy Nancy said so. Tony said all the time. Hi, some big jerk. How you doing? Good to see you. I'm glad you got to stop by again. Some big jerk is not a troll just because of the name. I see some big jerk in a lot of the streams I go to. So yeah, just saying. Who else? Ray does. Jane's on the phone. Leo's grandma. I'm starting to. I primarily doodle. So yeah, a lot of y'all do. Hi, Smoky Fireside Creations. And Nichols is raising her hand. I doodle. So anyway, anybody can doodle, so all right, so getting a knack of drawing a straight line, drawing circles, and she just gives you little tips and techniques. So well, Julie, you draw and doodle every single day. Julie how many days have you been drawing in a row, Julie? It's like years. She has not missed a day, thankfully and healthfully. How long have you been, how many days have you been doodling, Julie? I'm going to wait and see because it's been a lot. Hi, SM from India. Welcome. Let's see, Christina Jane. I think I've said hi to everybody. All right, I'm going to keep just kind of giving y'all a little flip, give you some ideas. Okay, so Julie says coming up on 4 years in November. 4 years of drawing and doodling without missing a day. That's like the ultimate. That's like, what do you wouldn't call it, year-tober? She has been doing 4 years of drawing and doodling without missing a day. I know, right, Flo? That is very impressive. Hi, Asa. Anybody else I missed? So, okay, so I'm going to show you a few more. She gives you some little practice things like just your basic shapes in circles, squares, triangles. And then she just gives you little hints and tips on how to do, like here, completely colored in, roughly colored in, intentionally shifting the colored areas. I mean, these little tips like this. Julie, these little tips like that are just so, and there's little inspirations, right? Inspirations. And then here's basics of color coordination, talks about different colors, what goes with what. Copying tips, look carefully, have confidence, don't overthink. And then, just all the different little, like drawing some little characters, some little animals. I mean, it's just packed full. Look, guys, I'm on page 22. There's like just so much. Oh, good. Tracy, I have a new hardbound book just for Inktober. That's awesome. I'm just going to use this year. I'm going to just use what do you call it? 9x9 Bristol. cardstock Bristol. I'm going to use that this year for my Insectober. But my monsters, these babies were 11 by 14, I think. So, and again, these were all done with let me show you real close. See, look. See, it's all sketched out with a ballpoint pen, and then the heavier inks, hi Molly, the heavier inks were put in with the brush. And I just did movie monsters my way. So there's just, 31 of them. There's a predator. Look at his, see all the little scratchy, that's all ink. I mean, a ballpoint pen. And then the heavier areas are either a brush pen or brush ink. Ink and a brush. Poe was not part of it, but he's in there. There's the Wicked Witch of the West. Elvira. So anyway, the Fly. And there's videos of some of these guys where I did some of them on what do you call it? See there? On stream. So I did some of them on stream. Yes, they are. They're great for sketching. They are great for sketching. That's why I started all these. I didn't pencil any of them. I just went straight in with the ballpoint pen. And if you mess up, you just make a new line. And then, of course, this one is Zippy the Unicorn's favorite. Anyway, I'm going to go through all of them right now. But then here's an example of where it didn't work and what I had to do to fix it. So I drew Zero with the ballpoint pen, and I had her hair. Her hair was like this big. And it was too bouffanty. It was like, she has bouffant hair, but it was way bouffanty. So I said, well, I don't want to start over. So I just cut her out. I cut it out and cut off about 3 inches of hair. I gave her a haircut. I gave Zero a haircut and then slapped her down on another piece of paper. So, because these had to be finished. It wasn't just like a doodle. So anyway. All right. So let's go back here. And I got my little, I got a Kleenex here to clean your pins off. I'm probably sure I'm missing something. Let's see. Julie says she did Inktober's on index cards. I caved and followed the prompts because so much going on in life. Yeah. I try to pick a theme. And go with it. Like the movie monsters, the insects, 1 year I did kanji symbols. 1 year I did my cats in calligraphy, where my 2 cats were dressed up in costumes. I didn't literally dress them in costumes. Don't anybody email me. I drew them dressed in costumes. Then 1 year I did Everything Under the Sea. And then another year I did Celtic knots and reptiles. This will be my 6th year. So this will be my 6th year of doing it. So, okay. So let's keep rolling here. So then we got all the little flowers and trees. And, there's, you can, even the simplest books, you can get ideas out of. You can get ideas out of even the simplest books. Basic lines. Doing lettering. She even has a little different ways to do your lettering. Yes, bouffanty. Beto does. Bouffanty, yes. Thank you, some big jerk. Yes, that haircut did just really work for her, didn't it? Oh my gosh. Okay, so then she gets into every season, spring, summer, fall, and winter, right? And so she tries to keep, the theme to whatever that, flowers in spring, and I'm sure falling leaves in fall, little animals, birds. I just want to give y'all kind of a flip just so you can kind of see that this book is packed full of doodles. And don't anybody say you couldn't do this. Yeah, nobody can say you can't do this. Um, I got Cool Cakes. I got it at my Books a Million, but Pacola posted a link on Amazon, so you can get it on Amazon as well. Okay, you can get it on Amazon. And so, and then here's ones for summer. So I'm just going to kind of do a little flip for you. You know, there's some little bugs and little turtles and little trees, little people. Okay, here's fall. Little witch, little houses, look, little cats there. And so, yeah, they're just very simple, but she gives you like those little tips on shading and lettering. And so there's just little tips that you know, if you're not used to drawing, you will probably get a lot out of just if you want to just doodle and do something. You know, I've shown y'all tons of other doodle books where showing you the benefit of even doodling when you're note taking at in speeches or even online. If you're just listening to a podcast, or if you're at an event where you're taking notes or something for work, or these days everything's on Zoom right now. So you know, if you're doing something for work and you're listening to something that may be kind of boring, if you're doodling along with it, you are using another part of your brain that will help you remember things. What was it called? Doodle. And it was in the, it wasn't even in the, what do you call it? The art section. It was in like the business section. I've also found them in the self-help section. So whenever you go looking for art books, don't just look at art books. Look in the business section, look in the self-help, look in the, I don't know, they call them self-realization. I mean, there's different, subjects that they can be in. They can be in the kids section. There's just all kinds of places where you can find the best art books. There we go. Pacola posted it again. Yeah, exactly. And like Pacola said, look around. You can find them. Now, this is a brand new one. This came out this year, as did this one that I'm going to show you. And that's why I didn't pull a bunch of other books today that are on the same topic. I've got, shelves and shelves of sketchbook books. I got at least a whole shelf on doodling books. But I wanted to focus on these two. Let's see. As it came on, she made me take sermon notes in church and keep me listening. Most of the notes, see? Yeah, sketch doodle type notes. So you can do that. Wherever you have to listen to someone speak about something and you have to learn something or you have to remember something, if you put a little doodle, it doesn't even have to be a good doodle. It just has to be something that you recognize. It has to be something you recognize. Let's see. Jane said doodling is good for you. Let's see what else. So, yeah. All right. So now, again, this is I got it for $12.99. Of course, I have a discount card, and and I had a $5 off coupon if you spend $25. So I always have coupons and $5 off or something at any bookstore. And same thing for the craft stores, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. I don't have a Joann's close. My Blick, which is downtown Atlanta, that I don't make to very often. But, there's always coupons and sales and stuff like that. There's always 40% off at Hobby Lobby. And now Michael's now, instead of having the occasional 40, I think they have a 20 off all the time. But they do have, other coupon things going on as well. Okay, so let's just put that one aside and show you this one. Now, what I like about this one is because I know we've talked in the Society of Idea Collectors for a lot of years about making lists. Make a list, and I've broken it down for you in a few different Society of Idea Collector videos about making lists, like people, place, and things. So if you start with people and under people, put anything alive, anything living. Another sip of juice. It can be a list of animals, insects, birds. It can be separate lists for anything living. But if you have a people or a living list as one list, you can have a places, so that can be anything. It can be in a building, it can be in a store, it can be in a museum, or it could be Italy, Japan. It could be any place. And then the third column, you may, and I've got pages and pages of each, not just one little list, but I'm just trying to give you an example. Things. So that's any inanimate object, a lamp, a pen, a coffee cup, anything, a car, a plane. And then I also recommend a couple other lists, occupations. And you will be surprised at how many occupations, if you start making a list of how many occupations you could do. Or maybe I should be writing this down. So people, and that's any living thing. And again, you can break these up into subcategories if you want, like insects, mammals, people. Okay, it can be you can have separate lists under it, but you have people, places, and that's anything from a museum, inside a museum, to Paris or Japan or your own city. It's just any place. It could be the kitchen, right? It could be your kitchen. It can just be any place. And then things are any inanimate objects. Okay, anything. Then the other two columns that I would recommend, or list I would recommend, are occupations and transportation. Okay, so if you do those things right there and try to use your imagination to write down as many things in these lists as you can come up with, as many as you can come up with without looking on Google first. Okay. Hi, Linda. So anybody else I'm missing? And so that is your basic list. Again, you can break them up. You could break your places up into countries, cities, buildings, what kind of buildings, like, which could be museums, a house, a church, whatever. So you can break these out into more, what do you call it? More specific. And then what you do is, and you can number them or just randomly pick them. If you number them, it's easier. I just bullet, dot them all. But you can number them if you just want to pick out what a randomness. And then you just go from one list to the other list to the other list. And let's just say you picked, 15, 19, 30, 99, however many things you got. And then you just go 15, 19, 30, 99. You go through each one of your lists. Go through each one and pick whatever that one thing is. So you might have an insect. You might have a ladybug that's in Japan, with, I don't know, something, a teapot, and the occupation could be a calligrapher, and transportation might be it could be an airplane, whatever. And you combine those things to either make you a story, a visual, a doodle, a painting, a sketch, whatever. And what you're doing is, when you combine these things randomly, you're going to use your imagination. So if you haven't seen of our Society of Idea Collectors on these things, they're all in Society of Idea Collector list. That being said, she sort of did the same thing and put it in a book with just three lists. Okay. The lists are subject, medium, and colors. Now, this is in a book form, and so they have little flip tabs like this of each one. But we've done these before over the years, and I want to show you. You don't have to have a book to do this. You can make tags. Look, here's one where we did, and I'm going to read mine. Well, this is not just mine. This is like the fibs. We came together, and some of them are sent to me. Some of them, like this one right here, was sent to me of colors. And so the names of all the colors are on here. And then here's another one that somebody else sent me with the list of colors. And then here's arty purpose. So you can have that list. And then techniques. So we'll go through this one too. Also, if you have paint chips, or in this case, this is Basil cardstock chips from back in the day. So, but any kind of thing where you can collect colors. So these are, the yellows, oranges, reds, blues, greens, purples. But anyway, so these are the Basil paint chip colors that they use. And I don't know if I still have every one of these colors, but at some point I probably had every one of these in 12 by 12 cardstock. But you can use paint chips or whatever. The other idea to get color combinations is design-seeds.com. Design-seeds.com. And they have thousands, I'm sure thousands, at least hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of color combinations, like little swatches like this. And they also show a photograph of those colors in it. So you can get all kinds of color combinations at design-seeds.com. You can also get color combinations at your paint store. You go in there and they have the little brochures of different color combinations to do a kitchen, a bedroom, a den, a bathroom, whatever. And they'll have different color combinations that go together. Jessica, this is the Sketchbook Idea Generator by Jennifer Orkin Lewis. Okay, and I'm going to show the beginning of the book too, but I just wanted to show you the premise of the book here first. And so there's lots of places that you get now. And, in this book, I haven't really read it, but because I just got these two books yesterday. But I just, want you to know that you don't have to have a book you can make your own. We've got thousands and hundreds of different girls here that have done prompts. And I've still got one from Jean Stream, I don't know, 6 years ago, where we have a baggie full of prompts. And so we got this. We have Kyla Givehand's little deck of cards for prompts. There's just so many books of prompts out here. So I like this because it's all cut up for you, right? All right. So now I'm going to start at the beginning of the book so I can kind of talk about at the very beginning. Let's see. Okay, Mary, I'll talk to you after the show. Mary's saying that she could be our guest tomorrow if we can do society. Well, what I usually do, Mary's saying here, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want on the Thursday show. But what Janet and I do is we kind of interview you. Are you up for that? Are you kind of up for being interviewed? Like, when did you start arting? What got you inspired? Are you up for that? Let's ask Mary. Yeah. I just saw it, Jan. I just looked up and saw it. So Janet's going, I'll make sure Dee Dee sees that. So if Mary's wants to be subjected to being grilled, polite questions. I always say that, Mary. We don't ask you anything embarrassing. We don't ask you anything, personal like that, Mary. But would you do it? So we'll see if Mary. I'm waiting to see if Mary says yes, so that I can talk about it through the show. I don't want to be talking about it if she goes, I don't want to be interviewed. So let me wait for a second and see what Mary says. Okay, I'll just keep looking because she's not answering. So we'll see. Okay, so yeah, you don't have to answer anything. You can just say, I don't want to answer. How old were you when you started arting? Well, I don't want to answer that. Oh, okay, you don't have to. Okay, so it's at 10. It'll be right after your show, Mary, because you end your show at 10, right? So 10 a.m. tomorrow, we will interview Mary. And so Janet and I have been doing Thursday. Sorry about the sidebar, guys. I'm getting off track here, but that's okay. On Thursdays, we do rabbit trails all the time. We've been trying to do a Thursday interview, artist interview. It doesn't have to necessarily be art, creative, I should say, a creative. I'm trying to get Nasser on for October to do a reading out of one of his books. We had Zippy the Unicorn on, a comedian. So anything creative. We just want creative people to come on and do a little interview. We've done a couple comic book guys. And yes, politely peruse, Kim. Yes. Well, you can work on anything, Mary. There's no rules about what you can work on. Okay, you can work on anything you want, but Janet and I will work on what we want, and in the meantime, we'll ask you questions. So it's kind of like an interview show. Okay, Mary, you can end a few minutes early. Okay, so yeah, you can work on whatever you want. Okay, so let me get back to the book real quick. And Janet, if any other details come up or anything, or I'll scroll back through the chat and after a while. Okay, so Linda says, I like to use my phone to snap a photo of the books Dee Dee shows and then add them to my Amazon wish list. Great way of birthday and Christmas. There you go, Linda. There you go. Mine usually don't stay in my cart up to my birthday, but yeah, I know, right, Linda? That is a good way, though, to tell your family what you want. You don't have to go back and think about, oh, well, what book do I want them to buy me? You'll have it in your cart. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, there we go. Pacola said that you can show your work, Mary. Yeah, you can show your work. Your stuff you've worked on before. Show, like that's what Miss Vicky B, our planner queen, last Thursday, Miss Vicky B went through her planners and talked about her planning, observations, how she got started, what she did. So you could do the same thing with your journals. So SOIC is Society of Idea Collectors, Linda. Society of Idea Collectors. So yeah, Mary, you can flip through your books. Okay. Okay, so let's get back to the sketchbook idea generator. Mix and match prompts for your art practice by Jennifer Orkin Lewis. And so she starts with, in the front of the book, she has a couple of technique things. And in the back of the book, she has a few technique ideas. And then in the middle, she has all the different techniques. Okay, so endless ideas to fill your sketchbook. So in 2014, I vowed to draw every day for at least 30 minutes. And she goes on to talk about how she got started, what her purpose was of trying to do, endless, draw every day. How the idea generator works. You pick one thing from the subject, one from the medium, and one from the technique. She does say, and makes it very clear, if I tell you to watercolor and you don't have any watercolors, well, of course, you can always substitute other things like your water-soluble super tips. You can scrape these down on plastic and pick it up with the water. But her point in this is saying, if you don't have the material, then just flip to another one. Flip to another one. Don't feel like you have to get out and go buy every supply, she says. She says, if you have a lot of supplies, you're going to get the use out of them in this book. But if you don't have a supply that she recommends on one of the mediums or the technique, then just flip to another one. They're not in any kind of order. You can flip from this one, you can go to this, to that, to this, You see what I'm saying? So they're just adjustable. And so don't feel bad if you don't have one of the materials that she says to use. She says that. That's what she says in the book. And then the bottom section gives you the color palette to use. Again, if you can use Crayola crayons if you want, if you don't have watercolors, or if she tells you to use gouache. If you don't have gouache, use watercolor or use acrylic, watered down acrylic paints. So you can substitute. You don't feel when you get a book like this that says try to use this. Don't feel like, oh, I can't do it then. Work it out. Use what you got. Okay. So that's one of the things she does say in here. Flip till it feels right to you. If you get something like an abandoned castle and you don't want to draw an abandoned castle, well, then just turn the page and draw a barn with a silo. Don't you be the boss of your flip techniques. You be the boss of your prompts. There's sometimes when we've done these and I pulled one out and I don't have the thing like some of the inks or something that Eileen might have recommended. If I don't have it, all right, here, use a transparent item. Well, I probably have some plastic laying around somewhere or something, but if I couldn't put my hand on it right then during the stream, I just move on to something else, move on to something else. So I'm going to read some of these prompts. And again, I wanted to show you Kyla Givehand is another one. And I'm not sure if she's still producing these mixed media deck where she has, it's kind of the same type of thing where you have a prompt to use some technique. Okay. So there's plenty of ways to do this without, hi, Brian. Who else? Lisa. I know I'm missing people coming in. All right. So she says that your colors don't have to be literal. She says, don't worry if you don't have the exact colors that I've selected. Substituting my colors with approximate hues is perfectly fine. So if you don't have like maroon and you only have red, well, try to mix a little brown and make your own, or just use red. So her point is don't make this a stressful thing. Don't make it stressed out. Skip the mediums you don't own. So we said that. So then she gives you some little different types of techniques to use with each medium, like watercolor, using blocks of color, and she describes it, wet over wet, wet over dry, using only outlines. So she gives you multiple ways to use the medium that she suggests. Okay, here's gouache. So she does the same thing. Painting flat layers of color, layering wet over wet, layering wet over dry, and using only outlines, and gives a little description of how to do each one. Oh, thank you, Brian. Yeah, thank you for, I'm glad you like the show. Color pencil. So the same thing, using shading, continuous lines, stippling, and scribbles. So she just shows you, like with each material, different ways to do it. Okay. Crayon, using only outlines, cross-hatching, layering and blending, and then coloring the background and then scratching into it. She's just showing you, and there's many more that you could do with all these things. And then in the back, she has more. So in the back, she has continue. So I think she put them in the front and back so it kind of holds the loose papers in the place. But then she has one on pen and ink, another pen and ink, miscellaneous techniques, mixed media, like torn paper and gouache and watercolor, just different ones, just different mixed media, different styles, realistic and impressionistic. And so she has, quite a few little technique tips. And then she has all the different subject, medium, and colors. Oh, good, Lisa. Yeah, my mom just bought the 150 Prismacolors as well. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to flip through a few random ones here. And so just so you can get the idea, a row of buildings, a person looking in a mirror, night sky, a modern rug, a map of your neighborhood, the letters in your name, Japanese garden. So let's just say you went with the Japanese garden. Then you can come down here with the medium and the technique. Let's flip. Gouache using outlines. So you could use just gouache using the outlines. A medium of your choice. Colored pencil using stippling. Gouache in any style you choose. Pen and ink using stippling plus a colored medium of your choice. Another medium of your choice. Pen and ink using an outline. And so let's just say you went with that. Japanese garden, pen and ink, and then let's see what color. So you can see here, there's just tons of color choices. So let's just say you went with these. So here you got a Japanese garden, pen and ink, and these colors. Again, if you don't have, a book like, with lots of colors in it, go to design-seeds, SEEDS.com, and there are hundreds, if not thousands, of color combinations over there to choose from. So you can use, or you can do, there's random generating colors. There's all kinds of things. So if you don't have the book, don't be a fearing. Don't be a fearing. So there we go. So I hope that kind of gave you an idea of some different types of vintage salt and pepper shakers, someone walking a dog. So again, there's just so many different combinations. And I think she said if you broke these out into, is it 200,000? I don't know. If you did each one and recombine them in different ways, I think there's I don't know. I think she said either 20,000 or 200,000 different combinations. So again, I love this book. I love the idea, but don't feel like you have to have a book like this to do that similar type of random selection. Make your list like I showed you: people, places, things, occupations, and transportation. Make your own list just to have a page or a book. We have our Society of Idea Collector notebooks where we keep track of these kind of things. And then you can just randomly select from each page and then go to Design-Seeds, pick a color combination, and combine 3 or 4 or 5 of these lists and recombine them in a way for you to sketch, doodle, draw, write, whatever it is creatively that you do. Okay? Is there any questions on it? Let me give it a second. Let me take a sip of juice and see if y'all have any questions on what we're doing here. Let's see. Okay, I'll just look up and see if anybody has any questions. All right, so again, over the years, we have done things like made our own list of techniques in tags. So you can do, this is the easiest way, just to write them out, write them on in your book, your sketchbook, your notebook, your comp book, your TN, wherever you collect, however you collect them. Let's see. Melinda said, hubby and I were watching Mondays and realized this was live day. Hi, Melinda. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to just keep showing different techniques and ways to, prompts and combinations of ways that you can make your own prompt list. Okay, so I'm going to read some of these. You can write them down in your Society Idea Collector. You can make your own tags. Karen, let's see, what was her? I forget her nickname. That made these. I don't have it on the back here. I have it written down, but I don't have it on the back here. But someone made these in our group. Probably, it was back before I was on YouTube. So it had to be at least probably 5 or 6 years ago. that and her name's Care Kare, but I can't remember her screen nickname. I can't remember her on-screen name. Okay, but I'm going to read some of these off to you. And she decorated them with some little ribbons. I just put them all on a lanyard so I can hang them on my wall. So here's some techniques. You can use letters, buckles, layers. And now when, you know, a lot of these might be dimensional items, but that doesn't mean that you have to use a real buckle. If you're doing a dimensional project, a shadow box, or, you know, some kind of mixed media, you could use an actual buckle or you could draw it. So think of these as things to either draw or use, you know, reimagine things. Janet, I just saw your thing on mind mapping. Layers, again, these are techniques. Scallops, you know, gesso, and again, they're techniques and materials. Cardboard, metal, a mat things, knot, paper, folding, hinge, tape, and that could be any kind of tape, washi tape, drafting tape, packing tape, ink, paint, package, tearing, maps, flourishes, chains, a chain, you know, symbols, that can be hieroglyphics, it can be made up symbols, glaze, pleats, charms, stickers, clips, markers, punctuation, lace, vintage, triangles, colored pencils, netting, embossing, tiles, wire, punch, your you know, punch out, your punches, beads, cutting, fibers, tying, buttons, doilies, eyelets, copper, plastic, glass. Are y'all getting something out of this? I love reading these out because there's so many ideas. Thank you, Picola, for putting my stream times up there. Glass, flowers, brads, watercolor, mirror, film, corners. See how random it is? I mean, and just think about if you pick 2 or 3 things, just let your imagination imagine how these things could recombine. Overlays, borders, burlap, close-up, tickets, definitions. And on the close-up, if you've never gone to macro photography, go to macro photography, Google it, and you will see close-ups of everything from bug wings to crystals and rocks. And you look at those things really close up, and you're going to see so many amazing patterns. You're going to see so many patterns in there. Oh, my chat's not moving. Let me click here. There we go. Okay. Definitions, coins. Hopefully you're writing some things down. Thank you, Melinda. Transparency, lines, pens, ribbon, labels, dates, glue, far away, numbers, music, arrows, shapes, patterns, dots, scraps, glitter, graphs, rub-ons, calendar, postage, doodles, brackets, an envelope, crackle, like crackle paint or any, you know, texture paints, tags, a flap, or, you know, something that you can flap out of a book. That's what it means. Stamps, vellum, stencils, circles, parchment, craft paper, twine, type, fonts, sandpaper, thread, string, puzzles, ephemera. And ephemera is just any like old ticket stubs, receipts, that kind of thing. Sewing, tissue paper, decorative tissue paper like you wrap packages in type thing, canvas, leather, clay, and squares. So that is the little list that Care. For some reason, I'm thinking it was Queen Care or something like that, but Care, K-A-R-E, is the one that her real name. I forget her screen name. But anyway, you can put them just on a little ring, on a book ring, or you can get these rings in your embroidery section, like at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Over in the embroidery thread section, you can buy these rings. They're probably cheaper over there by the 6-pack than they are, say, at the office supply store. But wherever you can get them, just book rings, and you can put them on there. So we got that. Then we have nouns, or like you can say, people, place, or things, and I just break them up into people, place, and things. So, but she has them all combined here. Let's see what else. Yes, no, yeah, yeah. You probably can't write them down as I'm reading them, but yeah, you can go back to the recording. Oh, thanks, Bacola. Okay, so for instance, let's see, this one's kind of oh no. Okay, fish, tea, and again, this you can file this under Society of Idea Collector show, but I am also going to try to do some sketching, animal sketching here on the brown, our brown paper that is from the art scroll. And again, the art scroll paper, this paper is just that shipping paper, a roll. It's a roll of that shipping paper, but I've cut it down, flattened it out, but you can use it on the roll. It's just hard to maneuver when you want to go back in the scroll. So I just cut it apart. I cut the paper apart, cut the scroll down. Okay. Tea, coffee, rain. Let's see if I can just kind of hold this like this. Might be easier. Door, travel, birds. Trying to separate them here. I haven't flipped through these in a while. Face. I think I better sit it down here. Face, butterfly, fly, books, window. And she made all these. Garden, holidays, games, dragonfly, I think there's 2 there. Keys, little, shells, insects, house, room, music, mountain, beach, storm, fall, toys, trees, forest, desert, costume, colors, book, cat, Bible, dog, pets, owl, moose, cards, gifts, big, spring, museum, winter, summer, angel, water, bath, flip-flops, plants, dishes, vegetable, fruit. So there's just some of the people, places, and things. And again, I break them up. Hi, Desert Nana. Bye, Green. Bye, Green. Thank you. You too. Hi, Dot. Anybody else I'm missing coming in? Devin. We're kind of doing some Society of Idea collecting, talking about doodles, sketchbook ideas, prompts, idea generator, Society of Idea collectors, and then we'll probably do some sketching. So make your own list, though, guys. Make it just, even if you just start with one page for people, which anything living, you can break that down more in detail, like insects, mammals, fish, whatever. Places, things, occupations, and transportation. Make you some list of any of those and then randomly pick from those lists and see what you can do to draw, sketch, or write about those combinations. I'm telling you, you don't, if you don't do this kind of stuff, don't tell me you don't have an imagination. Okay, moving on. All right, colors. So she just put a few down here, the basic ones like orange, red, yellow. This combination that I got from Darcy UK, she wrote them out. Now, if you don't know where to find color combinations, and if you want to do it, if you really want, you can either go online or go to your paint store and write down, just pick a few. You don't have to write down every single color name in the paint chip line. However, if you go on, say, just any paint company, go to any, go to the Lowe's website and then pick a paint line, a paint company, and go through and look at the names. Look at the names that they have for the paint. So I just looked up and saw that. Look at the paint names that they have. I don't know what Dot's talking about, the two differences, but anyway, look at the paint names. Like it might be something as simple as olive green, but caramel, chocolate. The names for the colors, and these will give you ideas too. Buttercup, sunflower, cinnamon, lemon, poppy, hot pink, pumpkin, copper, sepia, green, sea green, coral, vanilla, bronze, burnt orange, beige, canary, emerald, navy, and I'm just kind of randomly picking, berry, shale, terracotta, turquoise, honeycomb, forest green, chestnut, mango, primrose, saffron, arctic blue, ginger, teal, violet, duck egg blue, apple green, scarlet, black, maroon, white, mandarin, pear green, leaf green, amber, indigo, cherry, fuchsia, lime green, periwinkle, soft peach, sandstone, raspberry, ruby, lilac, Mediterranean, sky, gold, mustard, red, peach, khaki, orange, pastel yellow, burgundy, royal blue, ochre, azure, walnut, salmon, mulled wine, grape, baby pink, mint green, brown, dusky rose, baby blue, cobalt, holly, aubergine, purple, grass green, gray, aqua, sand, denim, blood orange, pine, tan, plum, black cherry, silver, soft lime, meadow green, cornflower. So that's just a few. You go to a paint chip, go to some paint chips. Let me see if they're named on my chips here. On my so these are my cardstock, Basil cardstock chips. Swatches that they used to sell them in little plastic boxes, so you could get all the different types of cardstock that Basil sold years ago. Let's see. So let's see if they have. Yeah, they do. Okay, so I'm going to read. If y'all are interested, let's maybe read through the purples. I'll read through them all if you want. But you tell me, I want to also do some sketching for you. I want to read these prompts to you. So these are just a lot of ideas. Write them down. You don't have to do it right now. Hi, Elaine. get your ideas. So, and whether you go with saying like this light purple, they're calling it dream. Well, you know, just the word dream. Any of these words can evoke some kind of inspiration. Hyacinth, forget me not. Let's see if I can get this to flip easier here. I want to get it past that the little clasp. Light violet, dark violet, orchid, gumdrop, lilac, oops, fairy dust, glacier, raindrop, boogie board, breathtaking, lavender, dahlia, grape, blackberry, wisteria, heather, forget-me-not, pansy, serenade, morning glory. A lot of flowers in the purple. Rosebud, Heidi, jubilee, velvet, misty rose, plumberry, raisin, magenta, plumeria, pearberry, jelly, concord, boxer, basset, purple sage, Mardi Gras, plum, basil purple, twinkle, lighthouse, bridge, Howie, I don't know, Harrison. There might be somebody that worked for Basil. Starlight, Oxford, Route 66, Ziff, and that's a shiny one there. That's a glittery one. Wave, Wistful, Sparrow, Bluebonnet, Lilac Mist, Cool Heather, Purple Palisade, Phlox, Lupin or Lupine, Snapdragon, Bouquet, Wild Pansy, Purple Pizzazz, Impatience, Love Potion, Victorian Iris, Imperial, Tide Pool, Wake. Now we're getting into the blues. So anyway, that's just some of the purples right there. So again, if you don't want to go all the way to the paint store and write down chip names, then go online and they will have plenty of lists of color chip samples. Just go to any of the like Sherwin-Williams paint company, any of the paint companies, and they will list all the names of their colors and write them down and get inspiration from your color. Or again, design-seeds.com has tons of color combinations for you to use to combine things. Okay, let's see. Did I go through all these? Let's see. Colors, art purposes. Okay. Well, here's some kind of things that you can think of for art purposes, or why you do art, or purposes. Okay. So I'm trying to. Bye, Brian. Thank you for stopping in. Okay. Balance, motivation, anchor, active, emotion, attitude, friendship. We have that in the fibs. Discover, build, invent, explore, prayer, search, create, think, focus, collect, paths, help, abilities, calm, goal, give, understand, reach, funny, whimsy, encourage, organize, guard, bless, friends, intuition, ambition, business, inspire, dream, teach, escape, peace, listen, kindness, viewpoint, trust, thankful, healing, travel, take. So there's a few of those. So again, you can make your own little tags and put them together, or you can write them in lists, put them on little paper slips. Keep moving things off to the side here. Okay, so let me read some of, I'm not going to read all of Kyla's. These are more than one deck too. This is probably 3 different decks combined, but Kyla Give Hand has some decks of cards, and I bought the mixed media and the collage ones. And like I said, I think this is 3 separate decks here, but I'll read a few. Add a silhouette, jump ahead 2 cards. So you pick them, and you when you pick a card, if it says jump ahead 2 cards and you pick 2, and you're supposed to do the prompts. These are mixed media and collage. So you do the prompt, then you add a photo, then you might doodle, and whatever comes up in the next card. Use a glaze pen, use stickers, use an old toothbrush to splatter paint. And then here's some of the ones that are, I think these are the mixed media inspiration deck. So there's, like I said, there's different decks in here. Start with the painted background. Create a focal image using torn or cut out papers. Add masking tape. Add an image. And so she just, gives you a few things. And on all this deck right here, I think there's multiple steps that you can use. So there's a whole bunch of different ones like this one. Create a washi tape collage using various strips of torn pieces. Apply a layer of your favorite gel medium. Add spray inks, and then continue to the next deck. So there's just all kinds of inspiration. And depending on the deck, okay? So there's different decks. Use watercolors, add a tip in, spray inks, draw something. And the idea is when you're using these is you're randomly picking. So you might randomly pick something like this one, draw something. Okay, so you draw something. After you draw something, you pick another card. Write something with your non-dominant hand on top of the drawing. And you can make your rules like 5 cards, 5 cards if you want. Okay, so then let's say you did that, then go back 5 cards and repeat that technique, let's see. Write with the paintbrush using India ink or paint. And if you want, you can either then journal with the permanent pen, and let's just say randomly drizzle 3 acrylic paint colors. All right, so you have the choice of, and you can make up your own rules. You can make the deck, make your own rules up. So you can either go in order, or you can pick 5 cards or 3 cards or 10 cards. You can pick the cards and then just know I have to use all this. It doesn't have to be necessarily in order, but maybe I want to draw something and then randomly drizzle and then go write something. Or I might want to journal with a permanent pen first and then go back, so you can recombine them. So you pick some of the cards and do either in order or in however you want. Okay. Whoops. Oh, my rubber band broke. Let me get another rubber band. So there's these kind of prompts, and I've got a few decks like this. I already went through these, but I have this that I got at my museum a couple of years ago, and they're called Sparks of Creativity, 50 Ways to Ignite Bright Ideas. And what they did is they put them on giant faux, they're not real matches, so nothing's going to catch on fire, but they made these giant matches, and they put the little prompts on the matches. So there's 50 of these. Keep a notebook by your bed. Write down the ideas that when you wake up or what wakes you up. So, things like that. So, which we've all talked about that. But anyway, they're just little other little ways of doing uh, inspiration and prompts. There's this. Well, I'm going to show you a couple. Like, I won't get all my. I can't even tell you how many books. I'm just going to pull one because just to kind of show you what's out there. Creative Sparks. This is an index of 150 concepts, images, and exercise to ignite your designs ingenuity. So this is like for designers and illustrators, and you have to come up with, creative ideas. This one's more, I don't want to say it's a little more involved. We'll put it that way. But this one's an older book. I've had this one forever. It's published by How Designs, and anything by How is kind of expensive, but this came out in 2003. So in 2003, so there's not even probably tons and tons of, digital, Photoshop kind of things. I mean, there's some in here, but it's more just different, more involved techniques. But there's all kinds of books like this for inspiration and prompts. Okay, so then let me put that over here. So that's a few of the ones. So then this is the ones that we all got together, and you can do this too. I still miss something. Dot saying, and Devin said, Lisa, do you download her? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know what the conversation is. Devin is asking Lisa if she watched my show on Monday. I did my dreamsicle pages. And if y'all missed it, I showed my stacks of 6x6 papers that I'm going to be using on those pages. But I did, well, here, I'll show you a couple here. So these are the two we worked on Monday, and we just put giant quotes on them. But you don't have to put giant quotes. You can put your little photos, your little journaling. You can journal, your own journaling and cut that out and put it on. And then I went back and added some stencils. These are from Jones. This is one of Jones' stencils that through Patty Tolley Parrish. Here it is right here. So this is one of Jones' stencils. And so I went and started stenciling on it and then adding some more color on top. So I did a couple of those. And so we did this on Monday. And it's the same technique that I'm doing in my my little traveler's notebooks. Okay, so that's from Monday. Okay, so now let me read you some of the ones. I don't know that I'll read all these. I think was there 200? I think there was 200 prompts that we did, and I printed them out and cut them all up so that I could just randomly pick them, right? So I'm just going to pick a few. I'll pick 20 or something just so you can kind of see. Hi, Curly Books. Okay, so like modeling paste and add texture. So again, you can do that through a stencil. Put your stencil on, take your modeling paste, scrape the modeling paste over the stencil, remove the stencil, and you have a dimensional modeling paste texture, right? Then you can paint over it after it dries. Use an item from nature to add texture. Use a spray ink. And again, if you randomly pick these in the middle of your projects and just kind of add to your project, it's so fun. We've done it before. Use your favorite stamp in an unusual way. Use transparent item. Use watercolor. Use graphite. Use a piece of junk mail. Repeat something you already did. Use string and ink to doodle with. Use wax. And again, if you pull something like use wax, you don't have any wax to use, then you go on to the next thing. Don't let it stop you from, playing. Add a selfie, and all this stuff you can do in a journal or individual pages. You can do it on art cards. Add a moving part. Use random letters. Sew something on it, on your page. Use a number. Add beads. Use a metal embellishment. That's just a piece of random paper. Melt crayons and use that. I think I read that one. Write something using a number. Use a, what is it? A number or alpha code. Take a nature walk in your yard and glue something you found. Make a brad spinner to select a color. Add pattern paper. Paint with food. Use the word gratitude. So you see what I'm talking about. You're getting the idea. Make a pop-up. I haven't done that this year, Michelle, but somebody here, who was it that did, was it Kathy Berg that did no, Kathy Arbor. It was Kathy Arbor. Michelle, go to Kathy Arbor. What's her channel name again? It's just out of my mind. I've been thinking of so many things. I can't think of Kathy Arbor's channel. Cast Kathy. She did some things with leaves. It kind of like photosynthesizes them, Michelle. Maybe one of the girls can put Kathy's link in there. Okay, so trace something. Thanks, everybody that's here. We have almost 200 people. I hope you're getting some ideas while you're lurking. Add a tree rubbing. And I've done gravestone rubbings, and you can do it with any kind of texture. If you take some tracing paper or thin paper, rice paper, and do a graphite rubbing over something here, they're saying tree texture. She said tree texture. But you can do it on so many things. You can do it on the sidewalk. You can do it in the street, on the gravel. There's just so many things that you can make a texture from. And then if you're good at doing any kind of Photoshop, you can take that picture, put it in Photoshop, and make your own textures. Oh, thank you, Christine. Oh, there's Kathy Arbor. Thank you, Bacola. So, yeah. Oh, and she even put the link for the thing, Stained Effects. There you go. There you go, Michelle. So anyway, I won't read them all. I think there's either, I don't know, there might be 200 different ones. So there's some ideas for you to get ideas from. There's so many places that you can get ideas from. So I hope you kind of got a little inspiration from these two books. The Doodle, I showed this one, How to Doodle Year Round, by Camo or Camo. I'm not sure how she pronounces it. And then the Sketchbook Idea Generator with the different ideas of subject, medium, and colors, and broken out for you to just randomly choose from. So there's my two new books for the week. And make your own little list. Make your own book, your own tags, or however you want cards. You can make them on ATCs. Make your own ATCs, artist trading cards with all the subjects on there. Okay, so now I think we're going to move on from this to doing maybe some animal drawings on the brown, on the art scroll. Now, the art scroll is not really a scroll anymore. I deconstructed my scroll. I cut them all down. But we just draw big animals. And let's see, I might back out one, at least to start with. We draw animals, and I showed earlier the little, like the dog we drew a couple, maybe a month ago now. Let me take the rubber band off. And we did a giant bee. We did a giant bee, did a rabbit, we did a vulture with a murder bee, And so these are just some of the ones with the dog. There's the dog. So we did all these. We do these live, and I just let people pick. Let's turn that down. There we go. I let people pick the animal, and it's still really bright. There we go. I want to get it down to the true color as much as I can. And we just kind of have fun with the animals. And these are just a few that are rolled up. I have plenty others that are cut up. I'm not going to pull them out now, but y'all have seen them a bunch of times. But if you all it is just the shipping paper, right? It's just your shipping paper. But if you cut it down and flatten it out, it's the same thing. You just have smaller pieces. And there's just a lot of things you can do with the brown paper. Let me get my sketch stuff over here. That you can do with like just a white Conti, a black, or a sepia color. You know, I'll pull one of each here. Let me get this one here. Here's a piece right here. And it's not as messy as chalk, but it's still chalk-like, right? It's still chalk-like. I just put a lot of my sketching stuff in this one box, just so I know where it is when I go to sketch something like this. All that didn't come in that box. I just used the box. Okay, so, oh, thank you, Mary. All right, so let's see. So I got to think of what we're going to sketch. We can do it this way or this way. It's just, I'm trying to fit it in the camera. So I'll just bring up like Google Images and find something we can draw. Or you can pick something and I'll look up a reference. Hi, Fly. Deconstruct our modern. Yeah, Fly. But what I do is I sketch them out, and then we just pull out some acrylic paint. Let me move my journals that we did the last couple of episodes, and just have some fun. A Wolverine. Oh, with all that. I think I actually did a Wolverine with all the teeth. I did that once before, Carla. I have done a Wolverine with the teeth. Let's see. Is Lady Vixen here too? Hi, Lady V. That's Fly Fox Pro's wife, Mrs. Lady V and Fly Fox Pro. Fly Fox Pro has a YouTube channel. He talks about books and games, and he does some sketching and drawing and talks about different things. So follow Fly Fox Pro, and usually Mrs. V is there. A platypus. Okay. Okay, Pacola's got to make a phone call. Let me get a sip of juice here. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about what animal to draw today. I really wanted to concentrate first on showing those books. Okay. Oh, and I just came up my Domestica or Dominique. I think it's Domestica is how you say it. Let me get back over to the home page. If you like taking any kind of online courses, I don't usually take many courses until I found Domestica. Now there's also, what's that other one that Bailey is, and some of y'all probably are in. Oh, what's that one? Another Panda, Desert Nan. I did one. I could do another panda though. And I also did the red panda, and I've done the regular panda. What is it? Starts with an S. What's that? Skillshare. There's Skillshare and there's Udemy. I like Domestica's courses, but they are mostly in Spanish. Yeah, but it was Skillshare is what I was thinking of. She Spins, but Udemy too. I've got a bunch of Udemy Procreate classes in my lineup. But I like Domestica, I think is how you say it, but they're mostly in Spanish and with subtitles, which doesn't bother me to read Spanish subtitles. You can pause the videos as much as you want, but they always have good courses on everything. Let me see. Let me just go to the course here. Like the categories are illustration, photography and video, marketing and business, design, craft, 3D and animation, architecture, calligraphy and typography, technology. And then under those, they have different, illustration, graphic design, drawing, digital marketing, social media, fine art. They have it all broken down from there. But they have, and a lot of times their classes are like $10. They range anywhere from between $10 and $20. There might be a couple that, higher end Photoshop ones that are a little more expensive, but you can usually, and they have sales all the time. So if you don't mind reading the Spanish subtitles, which I don't, they have awesome classes. Oh. If she's been picking on you, Fly. Are you picking on Fly, Juanita? But anyway, and I had anybody else I missed. I Lady True North Jan. The Lady True North Jan is the one that gave me the idea for doing my Inktober as Insectober. So this title, thank you, Lady Jan, for coming up with that. So my Inktober drawings are all going to be insects. So good morning, Lady Jan. Let's see, a wolf. Maybe I'll start with something like a panda or something. But because it popped up on my iPad, my Domistica, I'm not sure how they pronounce it. I'm sure it's a Spanish name. But so let's see here. Let me look up panda. And let's go to some images. And do I want to do one big one, a couple of small ones, a full body, a face? The last time I did a face, and I love the red pandas too. Don't y'all love the red pandas? I've drawn red panda poster before. I like the red. I think I might do a red panda. Okay, hang on. Let me get this. Let's do a red panda, maybe a red panda face. Is that okay? Mary Beth? Beetlejuice. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's see. Let me go over to my. But I do want to get back into my practicing with my Procreate. Okay, let's just get in the swing of things here. We can always do some more detailed stuff later. Like I like to do little studies of the animals in the nature with the trees and stuff like that. But for the show, that it's not very. Get a thing for the paint here. Very, what do you call it? Entertaining. All right, hang on. Let me crop this down. Let me pick a little face here. Okay. Pick a red panda face. Oh, Michelle says that the zoo has a couple of them near. You can watch them play all day. Well, I've done a big poster with the collage, and he's like, I don't know if I can put my hand right on it. Let me see. Let me look real quick. Because I have to flip through portfolios. Where are you, Red Panda? Oh, here it is. So this is kind of my, I don't want to call it cartoony, but, kind of. He's a poster with his little claws on time, and there's a little door and all kinds of things going on. Of course, it is flashing out a little bit, but I'm going to do a different one. I'm just going to do a big face. We'll do a big face. All right, so let's just start with the white. And let's see. Who else am I missing? I'm sure there's people coming in. All right. Okay, here comes little Malibu. You gonna sit down here, baby girl? She'll be more calm. She's been kind of like, I don't know. Hubster goes, I think she's depressed. She just seems a little not as cheerful. So we change their food. So make sure that that's not it or something. She's purring right now. And they're eating. So I don't know what it is. But she just seems a little sad. But she's purring. So she can't be too sad. She's sitting here purring for me. All right. So should we go ahead and draw? Should we go ahead and draw a panda right here? Are you going to let me draw a panda? You going to let me draw a panda? What do you think? Gonna let me draw a red panda? Right now it kind of looks like a pig. That's the same kind of shape until the fur gets put on, until the fur flies. When the fur flies, it'll look more like and then the face kind of goes around this way. Yeah, we don't want to draw. We don't draw a furry pig. We could do whatever we want, right? Right, Malibu. Okay, so let me get ahead and get out some paint. I'll start some black and white. Okay, I know it doesn't look like much yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I know, she's so sweet. You can't creep. You can't creep over to the paint. You're gonna have to sit down over. I can't paint with you there, baby. I can't do it. All right, we'll just take a minute, guys. Lisa, yeah. What am I supposed to do? Did you just sneeze? She just had her vet visit a couple of weeks ago. Do you think that maybe the vet upset her? Because we couldn't go in. You can't go into the vet. You have to let them take the cage in and give them their shots or whatever. We'll give you lots of love, like we always do. They're spoiled. They're spoiled. Just a purring. Just a purring. I don't know if you can. Oh, I can't move the microphone. It's blocked by a pencil case. All right. Can Mama slide you over? Can I slide you over so I can paint now? She's just a purring. I wish you could hear. I can't move my microphone because there's a pencil case on the wire. I know. They're just so sweet. They're like toddlers, though. They're really needy. Can I slide you over so I can paint? You can sit right over here. I put a piece of paper over there for you. What if I put this right there and slide you over? Can you lay on this one? How about that? I don't think this is going to work, but we'll try. We'll give it a try. I can trace Malibu. All right, so let's see. I want to get some different black, white, and some sepia colors out. Let's see. Just a purring. Just a purring. So we'll do some sketching for about an hour if the cat will let me. All right, let's see. Where's my brown? We'll try to let's see if we can just do it with 3 colors. Can you do it with 3 colors? Let Mama get a brush. Just something kind of scruffy. A scruffy brush. She's just purring so loud. All right, let's see. Let's get this. Just a purring, soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. I know you want to touch this brush with full of paint, right? I probably need a little bit of, I will probably need a touch of blue. Just a touch of colonial blue or blue slate for my gray. Should I zoom in some more, guys, or is this good with the cat? She's just so purring. Getting all that attention. Thanks, Devin. The cat's a boss of Dee Dee's sketching. Yes, Devin, for sure. For sure. Oh, wrong color. Wait a minute. Let me get a baby wipe. Oh. I touched the brown. I wanted the blue. Wanted the blue. I'll try to pet you while I'm painting. If you have any questions, put them in caps. I gotta fix that eye now. I'm gonna try to paint and pet. Oh, you decided you want to go now? You're gonna move, or are you just gonna move over? Okay. All right, there you go. Take a nap. So I'm just going to base it in first. Got to get everything based in. So if you have any questions, put it in caps or talk about if y'all are getting any. Did you get some ideas off of Society of Idea Collectors? Did y'all write some things down? I just clean my brush on a baby wipe as I'm going. She's waiting for the right moment to pounce on my painting. Is that what you think, Carla? I don't know. Oops, that's a little too much. Back that out. Are we close up? I can move in, guys. Let's see. Maybe I know she's just sleeping over there. So, or do y'all want me to have Malibu as a sidebar? Malibu's a sidebar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this in, and then I'll go back in with color pencil and add detail. Because color pencil loves going over matte paint. Let's add a little white to that. Nobody's saying anything. Are we all just chilling? Keep Malibu in view. I'm getting my cat face. Yeah, she's good. She's good. I'm hoping I get my Doug TeNapel books today. Fly, Jason, everybody's got their Bigfoot Bill books. I want mine too. I'll do an unboxing. Where are they, Doug? You're only one state over from me. Why don't I have them? There's only ways in Tennessee. I'm in Georgia. I should have my Bigfoot Bill. Yeah, I got a reference a picture. Yeah. Oh, actually a whole screen of them. A whole bunch of what do you call it? Red pandas. Yeah. No, I do not have I don't have a photographic memory, and I've never seen a red panda in real life. So, yeah. But I never try to copy him unless I'm doing a portrait. Now, if I'm doing a portrait for somebody of their pet or their, a people, person, grandkids or, grandparents, then I'm going to try to do it as close as I can. When I'm just doing an animal with some reference, got 3 or 4 reference pictures or something, I'm not trying to copy every fur, every hair. I'm not trying to copy it like I would if I was doing a portrait. If I'm doing a portrait, then I'm going to want to try to do it as close as I can because they know their animal. They know what their animal looks like. It doesn't look like just any old boxer or any old Siamese cat. You have to, there's personality in them, and they want to see that personality when you do a portrait. But with something like this is just fun for me. It's just like, and hopefully for you. Hi, Elizabeth. You got lots of ideas, Angie? Good. Good. Okay, so let's see. And I'm using a little brush. I could get a bigger brush, but I'm just going to have fun scruffing it in. So. So today's Wednesday. I always forget. I mean, I lose track of the days. Oh, and if y'all missed it, I think, unless something's changed in chat that I didn't hear about, Mary is going to be our guest tomorrow. And so she will be here at 10 a.m. Eastern for our artist, creative, Janet and I's artist creative interviews. So his face isn't quite that fat, so I'll just erase that. See, I can go back and just, that's just chalk. I mean, Conte crayon. I can erase that if I want to. We'll see how fat I want his face. So I'm just blocking it in, taking my time, chilling. We have 30 minutes or so, so I'll just play on this for a while. Malibu's just sitting there looking at that brush, thinking, should I go for that brush? Oh, thank you, Elizabeth Forrest. I stopped lurking and turned on my chat. I always enjoy your show. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Devin. I hope so. Yeah. Yeah, the little notch in her tongue. Yes, I know. There was a little notch in Devin Rex's puppy that I did send to her. And so I made sure and drew that little notch in her tongue. Okay, so let's go ahead and erase. That's still wet, so I don't want to get, into the paint there. So we'll just erase some of that there. Now, I could get out my brush. If I get out my brush to brush this away, Malibu is going to want to play with that brush. Won't you, Malibu? She loves this thing. Maybe that's good. Maybe she needs to play. I don't know. I'm thinking that we changed their food, and that might have been it. So I got rid of the new food and went back to the old food. So hopefully the food change will make them perk back. Her especially. I don't know if it's bothered him, but it did her, I think. Okay. Okay, let's get a little blue shadow. It will only be about you, Mary. The questions are only going to be about you. Like, art questions like, who inspired you to start arting? All the same kind of questions that I ask on all the interview shows. I'm not going to ask you, your DNA or nothing like that. It's just going to be about who inspired you. How old were you when you started arting? Were you artistic as a kid? I know you write. So did you start doing writing before you were doing illustrations? Those kind of questions. Devin said you better start studying. Oh, there's nothing hard, Mary. No, it's not. Trust me. Oh my gosh. It's not, we're not out to embarrass you. We want you to have a pleasant grilling. I'm just kidding. We're just going to ask you art questions. You can talk about whatever you want, and you can work on whatever you want. I want to change brushes here. And I'm going to get out some color pencils and do a little bit. I'll zoom in when I start shading, like the eyes and stuff like that, I want this all kind of fuzzy here. And again, I can do this with pencil and Posca. Just kind of blocking it in right now. Are you talking in your sleep, Malibu? I hear you kind of purring, talking. She's going, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I wish I could move the microphone so I could get it up to her face, but it's blocked in. But anyway, so I'm looking out the window, waiting for the mailman, hoping I'm going to get my Doug TenNapel Bigfoot Bill set. That Fly Fox Pro is already done an unboxing on like 2 or 3 days ago. I think it was. Jason did one. Everybody's doing their unboxing of their Bigfoot bills. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There's going to be white fur over the top of all that. So, okay, I might need a new baby wipe here in a minute. All right, let me do a little. I could probably use a little bit of yellow ochre in that brown. Are you getting comfortable there, baby girl? Night, night. He did the unboxing and the review. See, I refuse to watch it till I get mine. I don't want to watch it till I get mine. Whoops, I got blue in there. Let me get another baby wipe. He did I know he did an unboxing and now he's done a review too, Lady V. Mary, the Bigfoot bill, Doug TeNaples Bigfoot bill one. Well, I got 1 and 2. I didn't go look, so I don't know if Fly got 1 and 2. I'm trying to avoid looking at the unboxings until I get mine. We backed Doug TeNaples books, and I bought 1 and 2 on Indiegogo. And I don't know if Fly. Did you get both of them, Fly? Okay, so I think Lady V just said Lady V is Fly's missus. That he just got the second one, so he probably already had the first one from the first campaign. I bought them both. Remember when I did Earthworm Jim? Remember when I did Earthworm Jim unboxing? And the making of? Doug's books come packaged so nice. They're just, oh my gosh. And for the price, it's just like, I can't believe he sells them that cheap, but that's just me. But yeah, so everybody's getting theirs and doing videos on the unboxing, and I haven't got mine yet. So I'm stomping my foot, stalking the mailman. And waiting for it. Okay, so I'm just getting some colors based in here. Hi, Rochelle. You got both, Lady V? Okay. The spoilers? Okay, then I don't want to see it, Lady V. All right, so now let's go ahead and put in some more. I could do some of this detail with pencil too. But I'll do a few little layers here. And then we'll put some detail in with pencil, especially around the eyes and stuff. Okay, let's do a little more white here. All right. They have these long hairs, fur around their ears. Well, Mary, it'll be fun to have you on. I'm glad you volunteered. Just teasing, just teasing. It'll be fun. We did the best first one already, but this book one is different. Oh, okay. Hi, Rochelle. All right. Now, here I got a little bit of a problem here with Malibu because I really need to use the heat gun to dry this before I can use pencil on it. So, yeah. Hmm. Let's see. Okay. Got it based in. Thank you. All right. Now, I don't know. I have to dry this. Maybe if I take this off to the side, I'm sure it's still going to wake her up. uh, Thank you, Rochelle. Um, I'm going to go over here to the side and use the heat gun a little bit over here, not on the desk. So maybe she won't freak out. Okay, let's see. I'll kind of do it behind me here. You have to have it 100% dry before pencil is going to go over it. So, all right, let's see here. Let's see what pencils I'm going to need. Pick out a few pencils here. A gray, a black, and a white. I'll keep it as simple as I can. Dark gray, black, cool gray, maybe I'll go. Okay, let's see. Black, and then a sepia, a little yellow ochre. I need my slate blue. Do I need anything else? Is that enough? I think that ought to do it. Okay, I think I can do it with those colors. All right, and I got to sharpen. Let me sharpen a few of these. That one's okay. That one's okay. This one's okay for now. Let me sharpen these. Yeah, she is. And like I said, we don't know. She's just been a little, I don't know, a little down. I mean, I don't think cats really get depressed. I don't know what would she be depressed about. They're spoiled rotten. But she just seems a little down the last few days. So, like I said, we had changed their food. So we changed it. And she's eating fine. All their bodily functions are fine. But, so I don't know. Don't know what it is. Her ears aren't hot, so she doesn't think she has a fever or nothing. I know I woke you up. I'm sorry. You're going to go stretch. Lay back down there. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom in because all she is now big fur back. Let's see if that's good. There we go. Ooh, that's really close. Let me see if I can. Does it look focused? Maybe. All right, so let's see. Let's add some color here. So we'll work on it for about 15 or 20 more minutes. So there's some kind of yellow ochre in the fur there. Probably a little bit around the edges of the fur here. A little under the eyes. And again, I'm not really trying to do a portrait. I'm just kind of sketching and, just wanted to do a little something, something after we did our Society of Idea Collector ideas. This may not be quite dark enough. I'm going to have to get a little one darker. Hang on. Oh, purple. Oh, I'm sorry, Debbie. Did you ask a question? Hi, J. Maha. Do you have a sharpener you prefer? No, not really, Elizabeth. Let's see. I got a couple metal ones. I got a couple of brass ones. The M&R, a couple of those. I have the Coombe woodcutter one. Another metal one. A couple of plastic ones. And the one I just used was a plastic one. Just grab whatever. I just use whatever. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad I'm motivating you. I hope that's what I'm doing for you guys. All right, so I am going to go ahead and use some Posca in here for the little fur and the stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get his eyes. Let's go ahead and do his eyes. Where's my Posca? I got to let that kind of sit for a minute because it's wet unless I hit it with the heat gun, which if I do that, Malibu will freak. A little light. I gotta have to hit that with the Posca. A little bit more light there. Okay, get his little eyes in there fairly good. It's a little, the light's a little off, but all right, let's see. What do I do? Go down here to his little nose next. And then the fur will cover up, go over the lips. Same thing for his big whiskers. We're still with the tour. Julie's still clutching the velvet rope, she says. Uh, uh, let's see. I just said change of season. She needs more sleep. I don't know if that's it or not. Do you have a favorite color pencil? You mean type of pencil or color? I like Prismacolor. I just have used them for, when you use a pencil for 50 years, you just like them. But I have other ones too. And I like, let me sharpen that. I do like, I have the Holbees, the Polys, the Loomies. And they all have their uses. And I use most of those in color books. Something like that. All right, let's see. Now I think we'll do some do I want to do? I think I'm gonna need a darker brown. Let's just I gotta get one more darker brown than I got. Looking for my Tuscan red. Where's my Tuscan red? Pulling out the purple. There it is. Pulling out purples, and I want the Tuscan red. There we go. Got to get them a little furrier. Julie's still clutching the velvet rope with both hands. Thank you, Curly. All right, so I'm going to start getting some darks in here because once I get the darks in, I can do the white fur details. But you have to have the dark underneath to do the light on top. And again, I'm not taking my time doing every little piece of fur, but to hopefully y'all get the idea. And just have a little play. Mary, wake up. No, I'm just sorry, Mary. I have to tease you a little bit. Are you still here, Mary? So hopefully Mary will not be a fearing to come on the show. It's going to be fun. Go back and watch the one. Did you watch the one with Miss Vicky B? Mary, did you watch the one with Miss Vicky B? It's There's Mary. If y'all need to follow Mary, and I will tomorrow after the show, which will be 10 a.m. Eastern. I will leave a link to Mary's channel in the description. I got to sharpen a pencil again here. I will leave a description. Oh, oh my gosh. No, Mary. No, no. Mary does so much. I mean, I don't think anybody does more Society of Idea collecting than I do, that except for Mary. Mary does more Society of Idea collecting ideas than even I do. So, and I do a lot, but Mary can do a little everything. She's written stories and illustrated her own stories, and she keeps all different kinds, tons, tons of different kinds of books. And I don't know if P Money's wife Ruth. We're talking to her the other day on another channel, and she was, or maybe she was here. I don't remember. But anyway, she was asking about some different kinds of books and junk journals and glue books and all the different kinds of things like that that we do. And I don't know if Mary came up in that conversation. She needed to, but I don't know if she did. But so Ruth, if you're listening, you need to follow Mary. Can someone put a link to Mary? Well, there's her name right there. If you just go right there to Mary Autier, then you'll find her channel. So yeah, if you want to find all kinds of ideas for journaling, glue books, art journaling, drawing and painting in your art journals, making them, hand making them, stamping them, carving them, a little of everything. See, look at all the stuff you have to talk about, Mary. Well, yeah, I don't know, Mary. I think you had plenty of ideas before we titled it Society of Idea Collectors. But just FYI, Mary has tons of ideas. So hopefully, Mary, tonight, for homework, Mary, pull out some of those awesome journals and books and, all the things that you keep your ideas in. Pull those out and have them at the ready for tomorrow. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to try to finish this up in the next 5 minutes. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for the lurkers. Wait till y'all. I'm saving the frosting for the last, guys. So you're going to see me do the frosting here in a minute on this panda. So hang on. You have to have the undercolors here before you can do the frosting. Let's put a little more blue around give his nose a little more depth there. Okay. All right, wait for it. I'll see how much I can do with the Posca. Oh, there we go. Carla. Oh my gosh. Carla goes, now you have homework. Good one, Carla. Good one. All right, for the next couple of minutes, and I'll see how much I can do with the Posca. Otherwise, I'll just get out the paint. Right, I can do it with either one, but the Posca is so vibrant. Let me just make sure I got one that's working. Maybe I need the thicker one to start with. Let's see, where's the thicker one? I have one open here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna open a new one here and get it pumped. Because see, look at the difference. See, so I want to get the thick one first. So let's. Give me just a second. Bye, Brooke. Thanks for popping in. Yes, do, Mary. And, we'll do, it can be an hour and a half, however long you want. Within limits, 2 hours at the most. I'm not going to go longer than 2 hours. I'm pumping my Posca here. But an hour or so, an hour and a half. Okay, so now I'm using the nice thick one here to get some nice bright white in here. Can y'all see that? It may not be much difference on camera. I don't know. Just to get the thickest white part down. Okay. And then I'm going to go back in with the thin, for the thin lines. Okay, now going with the thin one. Oh, sorry, moving off camera. You ended it and you had an. Well, I leave it up to y'all, the guest. Now, this one may be too thin. Let's see if I can get this to work over there. Because I'm going over the wax here. Let me go and try the thick one, just lightly touching, because I need a little bit longer hairs here. And I can always soften these too with more color. Like as soon as that dries, I can go back over it with some of the yellow ochre and knock it back just a little. Hang on, guys. I'm not looking at chat. I'm trying to finish this up. See why you had to have all the dark color underneath before you put this on? Okay, wait for it. Wait for it. It's a little flashed out, but I'll back it up so you can see it better here in just a minute. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to do it with this kind of the side of the Posca because this one's working well. Okay, let's back out. Oop, that's too far. There we go. Anyway, oh, thank you, Mary. Thanks, guys. And again, I can get in here after everything's dry and erase some of the chalk marks that were left from the sketch. And you can just keep you can add a few more little thin hairs. And it's a sketch. Again, it's not a portrait quality. It's just a sketch. Now, let's see if that's dry enough. Maybe. Let me see if I can give it a shot here. Yeah. So now I can go back over the Posca in some areas and knock back the white. But you have to make sure it's dry, because if it's not dry, you're just going to be scraping off the Posca, which I can see I've done in a couple little spots there. Same thing with the blue. Can get a little more shadow under that nose and up under his little lips here. So you can just go right over the Posca. But you have to make sure it's dry or you'll be scraping it off. Let's see. There we go. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Let's turn the light down just a little. There we go. That's better. You like the whiskers? Yeah, the whiskers make it, right? But that's the kind of stuff you can't add that and these little hairs coming out of the ears. And actually, this one doesn't have it, but I've seen them before that they have these hairs like coming off like this. You can even add more. And you can do whatever you want. It's your panda, it's your animal, Thanks for being here. You're welcome, guys. I appreciate it. Devin said, thanks for streaming. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks, CL. Christine has a color book channel. So there's Christine CL Aldridge. What did Mary say? I was going to catch anything at Oh my gosh. Oh, all right, guys. Well, again, thanks from me and Malibu for being here. Isn't she so sweet? The baby girl. The baby girl. All right, guys. Well, we will see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Mary streams before me tomorrow. So if you want to catch some of Mary's show where she's panicking about coming on, just kidding. She'll be fine. But anyway, Mary comes on before Janet and I do at 10 tomorrow. So all right, guys. Y'all have a great day. Bye.